Hello, everyone. So today I'm going to be reviewing quite a few things, one of which is going to be the Camp Western. I absolutely loved it. I'm recording this on the Wednesday of the last week of the Camp Western, and I can honestly say that it was a really fun event. I really enjoyed myself. If you look here, I already put all of my stuff away. I've completed the event. I got all of the chests and everything like that. So, and even I can even show you here, like, I love the sets. I thought that these were really well done. I didn't like these saddles, they looked really fake, but the rest of them looked pretty nice. I liked them. So, I don't know, it feels like for this event, they kept coming out with new, every single set that they'd come out with wowed me. I don't even have enough money to buy all of them. Like, I want this set, but I can't get it because I don't have enough money. But, so, like, again, it was just a very wowing event. All of these new pets and, like, carry-alongs and all that stuff. Very well done. The event was fantastic. Um, they also incorporate all the being chased by animals and all kinds of stuff like that. While therefore that is very unrealistic, but you know, it was to spice up the event and give their like a conflict to deal with, and I appreciate that. You were given very nice daily chores and all kinds of stuff. Overall, I found that the event was very fun. Now, there was not a lot of direction for this adventure, but I feel like that was kind of a good thing, and it allowed us to figure it out for ourselves. For example, getting manure all over yourself would decrease the sight range on carnivores, and it would be harder for them to detect you. I thought that was a really cool little addition. Another thing is the quests with the random people out, like, that you had to find, and when you interacted with them, it wouldn't give you an actual quest. I found that was very cool too. Those quests, for those of you who did not do them, it was either to find like cola or a hat or whatever have you. It was to find one of them and to bring it back to said person. Well, in doing so, the reward was actually a key for the chests, which is cool because those chests, the keys for them costed 100 gold, which a lot of people I found didn't like the gold collection. They found it like tedious and boring and didn't go out of their way to do it, which is fine. I kind of passively collected gold throughout the entire event. By the time the chickens came out, which was like the second week or third week, I think, I didn't play the first week of the event due to things going on. But during that week, when they came out, I already had enough gold to buy one, simply because I had just been passively collecting it the entire time. Um, I thought that was really interesting, like those pets as you get from the gold. But anyway, they made it to where you didn't, where you could do those quests to get keys, so you don't have to spend your gold to get one, to therefore get the chest open. I thought that was really cool. Oh my gosh, you really do get more gold this week. That's crazy. Um, Normally, whenever you'd open these things, you would get 30 gold if you got all of the gold marks correct and you didn't miss any. I think. Oh wow, now we get 50. Okay, so it increased it by 20. That's insane. That's like a 66% markup, I think. I can't do math right now. I'm very tired. I just woke up. Um, anyway, but the mechanics were really cool. I think my favorite thing to do, which sounds really weird, I during this entire event, I made sure to carry around 20 repellent on me at all times, just because of the sheer amount of creatures that would come after you, and sometimes I couldn't be bothered to run around them. I found that running around in circles, actually, I can show you right now, helps get rid of them pretty quick, assuming you only have one on you. If you don't want to run across the entire map, you can literally just do this and kite them in a circle. I found if you have a chest nearby and you really want the chest, but you aggroed a creature, you can just do this. And there, see, he's gone. I also learned that once the creatures have stopped following you and they're still in the area, if you step on them, you will still get sent back to Starshine, or use a repellent. All in the name of science, I guess. Here we go. Also, all of the chest locations were pretty regular. Like, if you did, I basically had, oh, I did not even see that one. I basically had a routine of where to go in order to just get them. It's not that bad. Also, I've noticed that, another really cool thing about this event is that audio actually played a huge part of it. I don't think Starstable has ever done an event before where audio actually helps you and is a contributing factor to the quest, but during this event it absolutely was. Um, if you find a renegade chest or one is in the area, if you would pay very close attention to your audio, there would be like a whistling, humming, buzzing type noise that would indicate that there's a chest nearby. I normally play with my audio off, so it took me a long time to figure that out. But yeah, overall, I found this was a very, very fun event. You were able to get tons of summer tokens. Um, just really fun. The only complaint that I do have is that I feel like the event went on a little too long. Don't get me wrong, like I really liked this event. It was my favorite event by far. I honestly, the Halloween event used to be my favorite. I think this might have topped the Halloween event unless they do something crazy this year. I didn't think the reward was that worth it. Don't get me wrong, it was a really cool reward, and I think it would be very useful in certain role plays. However, I don't know. I think it could have been. I think it could have been a little more than just that, or maybe like the thing that with the druids where you unlock different stages, and you know, so you don't unlock the soul steed right away. You unlock like the clothing and the tech and then the horse. I think something like that would be cool. Okay, hang on. Let me turn up my volume so you can hear this. This is what I was looking for. There we go. Okay, hang on. So listen, so there, you don't really hear it. And then as you get closer, so that is what they did. I thought that was a very creative solution. I thought that was a very creative solution to helping people find the chests. I really liked it. Overall, I think this event was extremely well done. You barely run out of things to do. I don't spend that much time on Starstable, but I feel like during this event I've spent more time on this game than ever, really. Normally I'll play for like a little bit and then call it a day, you know, just enough to see what the update is, and if I have any horses to train, I'll do that, and then that's kind of it. But now it really feels like, you know, with these events being so elaborate and involved, that there's actually something to do, which Star Stable needed. It absolutely did. Now, I do have one gripe, though, and that is about the new characters and their animations. I can honestly say that I feel like these characters are too fat. Like their legs and their arms aren't proportionate to their body. And this is the skinniest I was able to make my character. It feels like any other larger option. It just makes it worse. I don't really like the roundness of them. But the one thing I will say that I do have to complain about are their animations when it comes to special animations for their horses. So the, walk, trot, lope, canter, gallop. The animations for the person are pretty good. They have a decent understanding of how you would sit on a horse and how you'd move with the horse when you're riding. I do appreciate that. It is nice that those are all fine and dandy. Even when you rear, I feel like, yeah, that makes sense and that's accurate. Now, when it comes to the space animations, that's where it gets a little wild. First of all, what's that? Let's do that again. Let me show you. Okay, so it looks all fine there. That looks good. And then you have this extra... Yeah, that. Okay. Now let me show you what is going on a little closer. So I was testing this earlier today, and I started my own little experiment. Does the character have the same animation for every space animation and I'll show you. So I set up my stable for a little test, and so we already saw the Lipizan, so we'll get him out of the way. I have every single horse in the game that has a space animation, and we're going to establish those now. So first up, the obvious, you know, that makes sense. I have a feeling the animation was made specifically for this animation. Now, my theory is the new Mustang is coming out soon, so they made it for the new Mustang kick. Now, that's theory number one. But what I will say, let's move him off to the side. This is gonna trigger everyone's OCD. Why does it have the same animation for literally every single space animation? What is this? This animation was originally added to the game for the purpose of dressage. This horse was added only for dressage. In fact, this horse doesn't even exist in real life, the Jorvik Frisian. Frisians in real life only come in black. The Jorvik Frisian was just a money grab. Their animations are way too dramatic. I do still like the horse, don't get me wrong. But this animation, again, strictly for dressage, it is a strictly dressage horse. Why does the character... And dressage is all about poise. It's about, you know, everything has to be the same. It's all uniform, like ballet. So why does the character have a seizure while we're doing a simple pirouette? I don't understand. Now, it's not just that. Let's look at some other animations. Let's look at the rear walk for the Arabian. This is particularly dangerous, and I grouped these together for this reason, because this is dangerous. This should have the simple, they could have solved this easy, that animation. Which, first of all, they kind of need to readjust because you go through the horse's neck a little bit. But that animation on this would have been perfect, because this is how you fall off. That is dangerous. Your center of gravity is too far backwards. That is how you come off a horse and get hurt. They should not have put that animation on there at all. The character sitting still and not having an animation at all would have been better than that. Same with this one. Yeah, that's right. Lipizan Den 2. We have... What is that? Again, this is how you fall off. That's how you throw your horse off balance. That is... No. Just no. Yeah. Not a fan at all. Now, let's go over to... Here's another prime example. How to fall off a horse 101. This would even hurt the horse, because not only are you throwing yourself off balance, you'd be throwing the horse off balance as it's going down on its knees. This is how injuries are caused. This is a horrible animation. I know they said they have filler animations as they're adding more animations to the characters. I feel like some of these things should have been addressed right away. That is insane. Alright, and now this one I think is the most ridiculous. So here we have a Pasofino. Ignore the fact that all these horses are black, by the way. That wasn't on purpose. I'm nothing but consistent. So the Pasofino has 3 gaits. Trot is not one of them. I will still never forgive Starstable for giving them a trot. Anyway, they have Classic Fino, Passo Corto, and Passo Largo. This is the Passo Largo. They did not add the Passo Corto into the game. I am very upset about that. Anyway, the Classic Fino, what is that? This is the smoothest gait in the world on any horse. And this is what we get. That is... Oh my god, I can't even begin to describe to you how much I hate that. That is the worst animation. Again, sitting still and having no animation, literally just a vacant stare, would have been better than that. Here we go. Here's some other ones that I thought would be rather funny. Here we have... I think they broke this animation. What is... Hang on. So first of all, having a stroke, fair enough. I think they shortened the... What is this? It used to walk from here to here. It used to be an 8-beat walk. Okay. They broke the Lusitano. That is an issue in and of itself, but the animation for it is ridiculous. Okay, now let's go to the Spanish walk. This is the one where I actually noticed this animation to begin with. What in the name of God's green earth is that? I understand that Starstable's in the middle of redoing their player animations, but it's just comedic. If nothing else, this is comedic. It's awful. All right, now, this horse right here is going to cover, because I'm not going to get out every single horse that does this animation. Starstable got extremely lazy, and they made so many horses lie down. First, it was the Jorvik Frisian, or Jorvik Wild Horse that started off. Then the Shire, and then the extremely lazy Finnish horse. I'm going to do a video. I already did a video about the Finnish and how lazy the Finnish is. The Finnish horse in this game is also called the Finn horse for some reason. I don't actually know. Yeah, this one. Super lazily done. Probably the laziest horse in the game. I regret ever buying him. Anyway, continuing on. This animation right here is going to cover the Shire, the Finn horse, the Finnish horse, the wild horse. This animation. What is this? Again, this is supposed to be a very relaxed animation. It's another one where you can easily throw a horse off balance. I understand they are going on the ground, but right here, they could throw them off and they could get hurt. Oh, excuse me. Oh my god. I'm sorry. Continuing on to our last horse, we have this one. Again, this will cover the paint and the quarter. The rollback. What is this? I understand that some people may think that that animation looks okay for this, but this is how you fall off. This animation right here, this is an extremely, like, balance requiring movement. They are rolling. In this, you're supposed to sit perfectly still, lean back a little, and even try and stay as straight as possible. So for your character to be doing that, that is putting yourself in extreme danger. That is probably one of the most ridiculous animations for that I've ever seen. Case in point, they need to add more animations and fix some of this, because right now it looks like Starstable's promoting kids falling off horses. I know that's a very dramatic leap in logic, and in fact some would even say it's flawed logic and that's wrong. Why would you ever say that? It just, to have, I feel like they should not have added any animation at all for some of these actions, because it sends a false message, and even a dangerous message in some cases. So, like, let's take this guy again, for example. On horses like this, where you are doing stunts like this one, you're supposed to lean forward and keep balance. Because if you don't, not only are you putting yourself in danger, you're putting the horse in danger as well. This actually, when horses go up like this and the rider's not prepared, that's a lot of the times how horses flip over, because they'll rear and they'll go up too high and their balance will be backwards, and then there's a person back here and the horse isn't ready for it, so then the horse flips over and then both get injured. So to have these crazy animations on these actions, it's just promoting a bad message. In fact, like, again, it's just, I don't like it. Starstable already does enough that is kind of abusive towards animals anyway, so some of these are even just worse and giving them a worse name than they already have. They're gonna fix these in the future. They've already announced or said that they were going to, that all of this is not final, that all of this is a work in progress, which is understandable, but I'm kind of just putting this in here as a time capsule to kind of just say, hey, you know, this is what I thought of the event, catching up because I haven't posted in a while, and showing off some really bad character animations, understanding that they are still in the process of fixing them. But that'll be it from me. Bye.